Alright, so apparently Germany is calling the Xbox One a monitoring device because it can sense everything you're doing. But before we get to this video, let's get to the question of the day. Alright, so stay tuned to the end of this video to find out the answer to the question of the day. Alright, let's talk about the Xbox One and apparently Germany's reaction. Specifically, the German Commission, Federal Data Protection Commissioner Peter Schar? I can't pronounce that name. I'll call him Peter. He basically likened the device, the Xbox One, to a monitoring device. Basically a surveillance, something that goes against your privacy and basically intrudes whatever you're doing. It's a monitoring device. That's what they're saying. And this is all because of the always-on standby mode on the Kinect. Basically. And even when it's off, I didn't even know this. I heard about the whole thing and people's concerns back when they announced this Kinect always-on thing. I didn't even know that it can react to users even when it's turned off. So basically, it's kind of like a webcam. A laptop's fucking webcam, that's right. And we've heard stories before about the creepy shit that they do with fucking laptops. You know, you hear stories about how people will turn it on and then they can monitor what you're doing, basically on the webcam. Like they've had stories where like a school can turn on the particular fucking laptops that they hand out to the students, and then they have like I guess a computer that shows everything, or some sort of monitoring thing that they can actually track every webcam, and then they can just turn it on some creepy shit. So I've always been like pseudo paranoid about this kind of stuff. So I remember when I first got my laptop, you know, in the first maybe several months, I had a freaking like, I got one of those post-it notes and just kept it over the laptop webcam. But just because out of fear that somebody out there is monitoring me and just like, not just mine, but other people's computers, basically, and some database out there, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's kind of far-fetched, it's kind of like creepy, but it's also kind of realistic. I'm not gonna dismiss it like, oh shit, it's not possible. As far as the Kinect and the Xbox One, I mean, it is kind of weird that it's always on. I don't understand that. It can react to users even when it's turned off. That is a little strange. I figured that's mostly because if you want to turn it on, like let's say you say some shit like Xbox One, turn on, or if you wave your hand or something, maybe the Xbox One will turn on. Like, it just to always be sensitive to movement or some sort of command so that it turns on. It reacts to, you know, if you want to fucking engage with the system, I guess. I don't know. Microsoft obviously tried to cover their ass. They said nothing will impede upon your personal information. They're like, oh, you know, your personal data won't be up for grabs or some stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. You gotta worry about hackers when it comes to things like this. I mean, look at the PSN. Hello, 2 years ago, PSN got hacked. People's info got fucked. And basically it was, you know, it was risky. That's the kind of thing that could occur. So if somebody out there maybe hacks the database or some shit, you know, I'm just assuming this is a possibility. Maybe your personal information can be, like maybe pictures or something, or your image, somebody jacks it. I don't know. But I think that's about as likely as maybe somebody trying to take your webcam footage, you know. I think it's around that same level of very little chance of happening, kind of just almost, it's almost kind of just spooky boogeyman type shit. Not saying, again, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's highly unlikely. But yeah, I mean, Microsoft basically stated, you are in control of what you want to be collected. Game developers will obviously enable certain features, and you'll be alerted when certain things are happening. Putting the game in controller... Wait, no. Putting the gamer in controls is really important. I can't read. What the hell? Putting the gamer in controller? What the fuck? Anyway. I mean, there's really not much else we can assume from the system. I mean, the Kinect is sort of the next evolution of the Xbox, and it's supposed to have this, I guess, new technology, and supposed to be like this amazing newfangled thing where it just immediately reacts to you. And that's the direction we're going. As far as the creepy shit, let's look at what the fans had to say, because that's what got me a little bit curious about this. Let's see what people actually think about all this. Soulful Dagger said, piece of duct tape over the camera lens or just remove it. There you go. A fucking duct tape or some sort of just a post-it note. Anything. Open console, system unplugged from power source, disable console and or controller microphone and camera, problem solved. There it is, man. You just turn the shit off. It's easily remedied. I guess maybe the only problem is it has some sort of audio kind of thing, and then it can hear what you're saying too. On some weird wiretapping spooky shit. That's kind of fucked up. Alright, Swaron X said, so where does the US stand on this issue? Last I heard, the NRA was bullwhipping Congress to tax violent video games. Protections from MS spyware. Nah. You have to try to repel Obamacare 50 or so more times. Political bullshit. I know, this guy got too fucking political. I don't know. I don't like to delve into that garbage. This guy's trying to bring politics into it. And, I mean... I think it's separate issues. You know, you want to talk about Microsoft basically potentially having your info that you don't want leaked out. Slycoon6003 mentioned, just me, or has this used game thing got way out of control and now they want to watch everything we do? Used game thing? What the fuck does that have anything to do with his story? Why are you bringing that up? Okay, yeah. Okay, I understand your frustration, but this has nothing to do with it. Okay. Angel Song CA said, hackers will hack your system and check out your house for things to steal, or people to stalk and kidnap when no one's home. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those paranoid fucking concerns that people have. John1486 said, can't say I blame Germany, even though it's been 70 years. They can still clearly remember what it's like to have someone looking over their shoulder at everything they do and to have a total lack of protection of privacy. The user agreement you're gonna have to scroll through when you first turn on the Xbox One will be quite lengthy. Okay, well, you know, I do find it interesting that Germany was the first to bring this up. And this isn't some, like, just some gamer or random concerned, non-individual, like just a person, a random person. Okay, maybe just kind of not even pay attention to it, but this person is like a commissioner, like data protection commissioner. So this guy has legitimate concerns. Granted, he might not know everything about the Xbox One. Like, I'm assuming this dude doesn't play video games. Just his title, like his name, where he's coming from. He just kind of, like, understands the Xbox One has these features, and he's like, so it's sort of like one of these laptop things that has a webcam kind of thing. And maybe there's, again, he might not be understanding that Microsoft is willing to protect data. You know, like, this isn't that big of a deal. Let's see, what else? I don't know, I'm concerned about what the fans have to say. Ace McCloud says, this is not new to me. Microsoft already started scanning your Skype conversations. Skype? I don't give a fuck about Skype. I don't use Skype, man. You know, don't need it. Not even... If people are monitoring people on Skype, that's pretty messed up, but wouldn't surprise me. Genova's Child said, these features should be turned off by default when the console comes out of the box. As a fan of gaming for 25 years, I find Microsoft is doing anything but putting gamers in control. An always connected box could not be more against gamers and their choices in gaming. Jesus Christ. And then North Arrow responded, if I could turn the Kinect off, keep it unplugged, and hide the thing behind the cabinet door, the Xbox wouldn't look so bad. But the fact that the console will not function without it data mining is the real turnoff. Okay, Jesus Christ, these people have to fucking type properly. Run-on sentences without it, and then period, and then data mining. Fucking idiot. I'm sorry, it pisses me off when people have terrible-ass grammar and spelling. You got retards trying to type, but it's like monkeys. Alright. I know people just trying to, I guess, overreact on this bullshit. It's not that big of a whoop, I don't think. Raildar said, lol, now I have to worry about getting caught having a wank by my Xbox? And then I stick this tongue out. What do you call that emoticon? Sticky tongue? Like, you know, the fucking thing and then the P? Like, you know how you have the smiley face, you have the thing, and then you have the smiley face. You got the thing with the frowny face, and then you got the thing with the P, which is basically guy sticking out his tongue. You know, it's a risk, I think, but it's not that. When the Xbox One comes out, I think at the end of the day, people are gonna buy it. The Kinect is gonna monitor your shit, and it's not gonna be. Nobody's gonna be concerned. I think it's not gonna be that big of a deal. People will buy it regardless. It's gonna be a system that's gonna be monitoring you at all times, I guess. But after a while, maybe not even like when it comes out, it's just gonna be fucking faded. This whole spooky shit. Because they're gonna use it anyway. People fucking use laptops on a daily basis. You know? One more comment. I want to look for like the best comment that somebody has regarding this topic. Just to kind of go off on a good note. Let's see. Come on, people. Jesus, man. No, that's way too long. There's some guy fucking copy and pasted some European privacy regulation shit, I guess. Oh, god damn. Okay. Shingu5 said, I would imagine Germany wouldn't be too happy about the spy cam. Remember the fuss that they caused around Google Street View? That's not a bad thing, though. In the UK, we have all but given up our privacy. Google was sort of a big deal. The whole Street View thing, I understood that, but really, when you look back on it, it's pretty useful. I use it occasionally, and it's not that fucking big of a deal. They blur people's faces. They even go as far as blur people's faces on billboards and posters. Like, not even real people, but just pictures of people on the street. So it's not that big of a deal, I think. The Google Street View was, you know, I understood people's concerns, but that was just a fucking over paranoia, I think. Alright, so this was the answer to the question of the day.